Hi, I'm Melinda Clitus. My husband Phil Griffin. Together we're Professor Chef and we teach you how to play with your food. So today we're going to be making a beet and goat cheese risotto.
Alright, so we'll talk about how to make risotto in a second. I'm just going to get this going. Okay, 1 pot.
Of canola.
2 pots.
Of olive oil.
Do it with my Italian accent.
Yeah.
Today. That's Luigi.
What are you doing now?
I'm putting the onions in and caramelizing them. I think you guys have seen this step before.
You did wash your hands before you did that?
Yes, I have. I've done roll about 2 times.
Okay.
And what we don't do is we don't touch it because we want to get it nice and brown and caramelized.
Once it's in the pan.
Alright, so risotto. When you make a risotto, you need to use Arborio Rice. Arborio Rice is
Short and fat like an Italian grandmother. That way you'll remember it when you go looking for it in the supermarket. Just make sure you get the Arborio Rice. There's another rice out there that it begins with a C. I can't remember how to pronounce it right off the top of my head, but always get Arborio. It's the best. It's got the highest starch content.
So the onions have been caramelized. We turn around and we put the rice in. I need the stock, please. With the rice in and get it coated with oil. Now we're going to lower the heat. And we're going to add 2 ladles to start off with of stock.
So there's...
Alexa, set a timer for 22 minutes.
You realize that every time you do that, that sets off whole tremblay's Alexa.
Well, you should maybe not have his Alexa too much.
Oh, it's his problem, not yours. Okay.
Well,
So there's a couple hard and fast rules with making risotto. First of all, you got to have the Arborio rice. Second of all, your stock. Your stock has to be hot, and the reason it has to be hot is if this was cold or room temperature, you know what would happen is that when you put the brakes on a car, if you put the brakes on a car when you're going 20 miles an hour, it's easier to stop. But if you're going 50 miles an hour, it takes you longer. So because this is hot, it doesn't stop the cooking process.
right. So you slow down the cooking process if you didn't put more hot stock in it. Now, Arborio is similar to rice production. Rice, when you make rice, is a 2-to-1 ratio. Right, so it's 2 pots rice to 1 pot. No, 2 pot stock to 1 pot rice.
Yeah.
You turn around, you brown it, you put the onions in, you put the rice in. That's the risotto method. Then you add all your stuff. That's the peel off method. Sorry. Then you put the broth in, and you bring it to a boil, reduce it down to a simmer, and then you cover it. And you set a timer for 20 minutes. The one thing you never do when you make rice is touch it and stir it. With risotto, it's a little bit opposite. You're going to use a little bit more than 2 pots liquid. You're going to use a little bit more than that. It takes 22 minutes.
22.
And you have
not 20, not 25.
You
22.
constantly stir it. And the reason why you're constantly stirring it is because you want to release the starch. We don't stir rice because we don't want to release the starch until we're ready to serve it. Now this is almost dry. Because it's almost dry, we're going to add another ladle full of stock.
And also, we're doing it in a saucepan, in a
sauté
pan, not a stock pot, because it gives more opportunity for the...
It gives it more surface area so that it keeps it hot.
It makes it evaporate. Well, I know, struggling for words here today.
Because I'm walking on eggshells because I'm making risotto and you're looking at me like with the evil eye, Malakia.
Yeah, Malakia.
Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna add a little bit of beets. These beets have been pre-cooked. We actually found them in the market the other day.
If you do buy fresh beets, I used to cook them first and then peel them. Now I'm coming around where I think I would rather peel them first and then cook them, and that has to do with the type of vegetable peeler I'm using. I'm using one that has like a U shape as opposed to the stick shaped one.
Okay.
So it's a little bit easier for me to do it when they're hard and uncooked.
So as we keep on stirring this and cooking it, the liquid is going to evaporate down. we're gonna keep on adding a ladle. We're gonna do it for 22 minutes. Okay. So
you don't have to stir this constantly, but don't leave the kitchen. You just kind of want to, you know, every once in a while give it a couple of good zhuzhes.
all right. So what we have done is we've made up a batch ahead of time. So we're gonna swap out. This is the batch that we made up ahead of time. It's pretty much already there. If you can look, it's relatively dry. Gonna add just a little bit more stock to it. I'll start with that. Thank you. And now, at the end, we add the goat cheese.
If you're having a dinner party and you're serving
salt, pepper.
risotto, one of the things you can do is you can pre-cook the risotto and then give it the last 5 minutes at the end.
When you pre-cook it too, what you should do is you should cook the risotto with the broth and then do the step of browning everything ahead of time and then finish cooking it. So we'd add the goat cheese in, it's gonna lighten it up. We add it at the end because if we put it in the beginning, it would just disappear.
Well, it's pretty much disappearing now.
Yeah, but the
I
flavor.
I like to take a few crumbles and crumble it on top. Salt and pepper.
With the salt, pepper. One thing we do add to this, it's a little bit different. We add a little squirt of balsamic vinegar.
Now, I'm not a fan of that balsamic vinegar, but because he was putting it in copious quantities, we use this. So this is the stuff that you buy in the grocery store, pretty liquid. This is real balsamic vinegar. This is tradizionale, which means this has only been aged in the barrel for between 12 and 24 years. Once you get up to 25 years, the bottle gets smaller and the price goes way, way up. But if you see the viscosity of this, this is not a glaze or a reduction. This is pure balsamic vinegar, and it is delicious. It's very, very sweet. It's not acidy. And then what I would do is I would put some little bit of crumbles and cheese on top. All right, we're gonna get one big blob because.
No, I'm breaking it up.
And then we just give it a little zhuzh of balsamic there.
Okay, I'll do the other one.
All right.
All right, so let's recap. Risotto.
Arborio rice. Oh, we didn't give the other rule.
You always have to cook with a wooden spoon.
Always with the wooden spoon. We don't cook with a wooden spoon for anything except sugarwork, pot au choux, risotto.
And a roux.
Other than that, no. And
So
these are bamboo, so they're very hard.
Can we recap?
They're bamboo spoons, so they're hard, so they don't hold as much bacteria.
So, arborio rice, cook your items, add your arborio rice, coat it with oil.
Cook what?
Cook your onions,
the onions, yeah.
or your shrimp, or your mushrooms, whatever you're cooking. Cook that. Put your arborio rice in. Coat it with the oil. Then 2 ladles of stock, about maybe 4 ounces. Hot stock. And set your timer for 22 minutes. Constantly add the stock and stir it every once in a while. When it's 22 minutes are done, taste it, salt, pepper it, finish off with other ingredients. You're good to go.
Yep.
Right? And we didn't yell. Like
well, I still want to kill you anyway, but we're not ready to stop here.
Right. You put the balsamic vinegar on this top of these?
Just one.
And we're going to talk about this?
You can drizzle the balsamic vinegar on top?
On the second one, big deal.
It's good stuff.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, it is good stuff. All right, so if you want to get a down shot into that, this is us. We're going to be making yeast. Not much difference than it was yesterday.
It's a little bit thinner, but I say give it 2 more days and it should stop being bubbly.
But we just want you to see this every day as we progress through. But nothing there yet. Just leaving it on the counter, room temperature, and letting the wild yeast do its thing. All right, you tasting?
Tasty. This is so good.
You proud of yourself?
Nice and tangy, nice and sweet. It's really good.
All right.
This is one of our favorite risottos.
Absolutely. No, this is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Tomorrow night we are doing cavatelli with sweet sausage and roasted red pepper ragu. Thursday, creme brulee. You're not going to believe how easy it is. And then Friday,
Tequila and lime shrimp.
oh, that's right, tequila lime shrimp. See you tomorrow, everybody.
Ciao.